Yeah, look, I mean, when we talk about the success of the business, I've got to be honest, I don't think we ever built a great company. I think we played a really weak hand really well, and we were in the right place at the right time. And so I'll give us credit for playing that weak hand pretty well, and good luck being in the right place at the right time. I don't feel we ever built really a high quality business. I think we were still trying to work out what the strategy was. But look, when I wrote the original business plan in whenever it was, 95, said, look, if we could be a top 20 website sometime in the future, that'll probably generate about this many page views, which on a CPM in the way the advertising was done then means we'll probably get about this much revenue, and on a reasonable sort of operating margin, we'll make about this much profit, and on a reasonable earnings multiple, we'll be worth about this much. That was the original business plan I wrote in 95. 4 years later, when we went public, we were indeed the number 19 website in the world. The page views were plus or minus 10% what I'd put in the original model. The revenue was plus or minus 10% what I'd put in the original model. But we weren't profitable. We were unprofitable because we were growing fast. But it didn't matter, because the only thing that was different to the original model is that the market cap was 10 times what I'd expected. It worked out well. But look, a lot of internet businesses were valued on the top line, right? You were valued on eyeballs, even ahead of revenue, even ahead of profit. And over time, the market gradually figured out what were the genuinely great businesses and what were the ones that were not, or were not yet. And I think we were one of the ones that were not yet. There was a lot of nonsense stuff out there, including on the ASX. We were a real business. We got to a couple of $100 million in revenue real fast, but I don't feel like we ever built a great company. It didn't matter much when the crash came. Everybody went down 95%, good, bad, and indifferent. But yeah, I don't want to pretend that we'd build a world-class company and a world-class business, because I don't think we had at that stage, at least. Look, if I'm absolutely honest, because I'd been a good McKinsey analyst, I had figured out where the money was. And so what I'd figured out was what the capital markets wanted to see. And so I built something that met the parameters of what the capital markets wanted to see. And that worked. So correct analysis of the environment. You build great companies by understanding what your customers want, not what your investors want, and really delivering a unique solution to those customers and embedding that franchise and building that brand, and then extending to a broader group of customers over time, and the investors will follow along. And I don't feel that we ever really nailed that. So, I think that's an honest reflection.